imagine that this wasn't the plan. Understand, I'm just a girl with too much time on her hands. Dive right into the ocean of relentless demands. I can't sleep when I'm dead. Tell me something's gonna change soon. How many other things are going to break? I didn't mean to make you more concerned. I just don't know how much more I can take. Innovating on multi-ended candles to burn. Do whatever it takes to finish working and learn. One more coin to pay back the debt that working accrued. See what's left here for food. Tell me something's gonna change soon. How many other things are going to break? I didn't mean to make you more concerned. I just don't know how much more I can take. It's like climbing the stairs in a collapsing building. If I make it there, it's still gonna kill me. And no matter how far I get, I still cannot taste the falling bricks. Just put up a sign saying this is where she put up a fight. Just to end up buried. No matter how far I get, I still cannot taste the falling bricks. Stick a little bit of it on further. I'm never gonna get what I will keep promising me. Oh, just a little bit harder, just a little bit longer.
Oh wow. Oh wow 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 wow. Oh shit, did my internet just die for realsies? For serious and realsies? No? We Gucci? We Gucci! Okay. Hello! We are doing art today. Oh wow 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 wow. Oh shoot, you know what? I still don't have frickin' my vertical YouTube layout set up. Ugh. Anyways. I'm alive. Woohoo. Okay. I'm just tweaking some things at the moment. Sorry for the relative inaction. Let's see here. Okay, I think I've just about got everything set up and ready. Yeah, this looks about right. Did I post my announcement? Yes, I did. And did I post on Blue Sky? Alright. I think we are ready. Hello, Nojimo. Thank you for finding our broadcast and calling into the void. It's good to see you. I know I've been absent today. I woke up very, very late and was trying to get some work done on this model, as a matter of fact. I was expecting to have a meeting at 5 p.m., but I'm absolutely gonna throw some shade here. Apparently nobody showed up, so Lobster just canceled it. So, but it's not too bad. I'm here instead, and that's nice. Okay. Damn, I've got to remember to set up a frickin' vertical canvas for YouTube, because I'm probably missing out on viewership by not streaming for mobile. That's whatever. Anyways, I think we'll go ahead and get started. Let me check one thing. Okay. Yes, we do have the high resolution available for YouTube now. That's good. Very good. Yeah, without further ado, I suppose let's get to work. All right. So we've been working on the model some more. We reworked the hair, the shoulder pistons, the potato core. Now that we have Live 2D Pro Trial, we can do a lot more with the model. So the internals are going to be separate. The reflections on the jelly are going to move. The little twigs on the potato plant are going to have physics. I think that's going to be really cute. Lots of good stuff. It just means that we have to rework the whole model. But that's okay. So let's see. I just finished the shoulders. I need to do the back of this left shoulder. And we'll put that right behind the torso. Make a new subfolder. Call that shoulder L. Add some layers. Call this one line. Okay. And our first pen stroke is here. Very nice. That's a good one. Alright. For the back of the shoulder, it is really just that simple. We cap it off here, and we're done. Okay. Now, the ordeal that is the right shoulder. This is going to be a bit of a pain in the neck, but that's okay. The perspective is a little bit off right now, so we're going to fix that. Make our layers. Okay. That, and then really everything else will be in the pistons layer, which we're gonna put troublesome. We might have to split the pistons up because they need to go behind the shoulder but over the hair. In fact, we're just gonna put the shoulder bases here into the whatchamacallums, the right shoulder. Turning my head too much. We'll draw this line here. Oh my gosh, Lai! Hi! It's so good to see you. I got a little busy about halfway during your stream. How did the rest of it go? Was Crude Oil a fun game? Hi. Oh yeah, I didn't mention the we've got another iteration of this work in progress stream overlay. I think it's way too busy now. It needs to be way lower contrast. It was. We never got to be big. It ended kind of weirdly. Not sure if we were at the end, but we fell through the map, so we called it. Thank you for the clip. It is my pleasure. I really enjoyed I really enjoyed the reveal that was that dinosaur. Very, very funny. Today I'm working on my model again, because I just cannot be satisfied with it. I'm reworking some stuff. The perspective's gonna be a little better. I have the pro trial, so we can do some more physics with things like the little potato stems. You mentioned wanting a live 2D model. I was going to offer you one. It's just that, like, I'm not very good at it, to be clear. And especially once my pro trial runs out, I'll be very limited in my capabilities. So I was hesitant to be like, oh, I can do it for you, because I wasn't sure that would actually pan out so well. I was worried that it would be a promise I could not deliver on. We'll say that. Did you do yours? Because that's still great. I did. This one, it's very much a prototype. It's not, as you can see, particularly expressive. The mouth doesn't have a lot of movement range. The eyebrows are kind of weird. The eyes are as well. But, and I don't mean to spoil anything, but alongside the new model will come some, I'll say, better face quality. And I shan't elaborate past that. If you do get a model, Lele, one thing I highly recommend that people really don't talk about a lot is you have to be super duper expressive, like moving your head everywhere, opening your eyes really wide when you talk. If you want your face or your mouth to have a specific pose, you got to make sure you're like really hamming it up for the camera, basically. My second recommendation is find some sort of IR tracking. NVIDIA has an app for it if you can get an IR camera. Otherwise, you can use an iPhone if you've got one. But it vastly improves the tracking quality. I haven't got my hands on one of those yet. I'm just using a webcam, and the tracking bugs out sometimes. Like if I do this, there's a good chance something weird will happen, but I guess not. Still running off a 4-frame free VideoTube. Yeah, I can't promise you anything. This is very tentative. However, I will try, emphasis on try, really, to see about getting you a prototype VTube model. No promises, no promises. But if I find the free time, then I will for sure work on maybe just like a bust up model with some rigging. All right, let's see here. Yeah, we dropped 3,000 frames, which, if I'm keeping track, is approximately 50 seconds. That'd be amazing, but I couldn't expect you to do that for free. I'll cut you a deal. I don't really do commissions. Let me do it for you for free, and then if you like it, and it's not total dog water, you can throw a little money my way that you have spare. That's all I ask. And, like, there's nothing expected. It'd be as a favor to a friend, we'll say. So don't worry about it too much. Again, this is all dependent on me having the time for it. I don't want to get your hopes up. I'm a busy, busy lady. We could do that? Okay. Well, I'll pencil you in. Once I'm done with this model, I'll get started on yours, and we'll see if we can get that done before the pro trial runs out. Oh yeah, we do, I have some reference material. Hang on here. I don't know if you remember this, but we've got the Loiletedo, or the Loiledo. I understand. Ah, frames. Oh shit. Are we dropping frames again? I turned up the bitrate from last stream, by the way. I was watching it over, and it was awful. I don't know what was going on, but hopefully that's fixed. Anyways, don't ignore this. I was just looking at a reference. Of course I remember. Yay! The Loiledo! Not at this moment? Okay, okay. Okay, I gotta focus here, gotta focus. I have had a couple drops. I thought it was me before you mentioned. Oh, okay. I'm a little confused, but that's okay. I just noticed, hang on. Scoot this down ever so slightly. There's a little gap there and I don't like it. Yeah, focus. Okay, focus. Shoulder back, and then we're gonna make piston shafts. We'll make 2 subfolders, one for piston F and one for piston R. This is going to be really confusing in terms of layering, because the piston shaft needs to go behind the cap and the base. Let me clarify. I've had connection losses with your stream. I thought the issue was on my end before you mentioned you were dropping frames. Oh man. Speaking of dropping frames, there they go. All of them gone. It is apparently on my end. I don't know what's going on. The internet's just being trashed today. It's an unfortunate side effect of camping out in a basement like a loser. But you know, basements are safe places. It's good shelter from wind and rain and all that jazz. And it's hard to find good internet nowadays. C'est la vie. Yeah. I always thought that was pronounced weirdly. I ought to take a French class at some point, because it makes no sense to me. It just seems arbitrary, the pronunciations. E-Maker, one of our regulars, speaks some French, and I think Barlow does too. I could always ask them for help. I love basements. Yeah! Basements for the win! Okay, line art. Piston F. Shaft. We'll extend to here. We're going to duplicate this layer to make sure it's parallel. And merge it down. I can see it wasn't quite parallel before, so I'm glad I did that. And then we do just kind of have to eyeball this, but we're gonna add these little air slots. Some of them are arbitrary. Now gendering was picked pretty much just because somebody thought it sounded prettier. That's ridiculous. But as a German speaker, I can't really sit on my high horse. I still don't fully understand the gender thing. I should say, as a novice German speaker, that's an important clarification. Yeah, I like to say, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, aber es ist nicht viel. And then Barlow will get on to me about my pronunciation because she's a stickler, just like my grandmama. Okay. I'm feeling talkative today, I guess. I'm talking a lot and drawing rather little, but I think that's okay. Lele, while you're here, we have a special event coming up on Saturday, August 15th called News at 41, if you happen to have the time and feel like joining. It's going to be a special event where viewers can submit whatchamacallums. Is the stream still fucked? Hang on. It shouldn't be. Our bitrate's fine, drop frames aren't going up. Anyways, viewers can submit chat story or news stories, and then we will cover them live on stream with chat as correspondents. So, for example, we might have a story about a guinea pig power revolution. It's fine enough? Okay, good. Anyways, you should be able to do !news in the chat. And we have a command set up for that. I'm actually gonna edit said command a little bit right now. Let's see here. There we go. That's good. But yeah, if you want the form link to submit a funny news story, you can do !news. I'm very excited for this event, and I really hope we get some submissions, because I programmed it myself. I programmed a client and a server app so that I can receive chat messages, play them out with TTS. I've got a little cartoon correspondent. It's gonna be so fun. Like a real news story? No, a fictional news story. So like again, guinea pigs, power revolution of the future, Mora 10, or like Sky pours boiling water on herself. Next up, the sky is falling. Can Chicken Little be reached for comment? Stuff like that. Just silly things. I will act as the news anchor, leading the interview, and chat messages will be selected by me and moderators to be played on stream to fill the role of correspondent. That's fun. I could definitely get in on that. Yeah. I'm thinking about, if it's a big success, I might polish and publish the application for others to use. But that's depending on it taking off in the first place, which I have no idea if it will. But enough about that. It's just a little exciting thing I'm looking forward to. Anywho, let's close off this line art here. And then we do this piston shaft back here. There we go. Shrink that down a little bit. We don't have to worry about this showing up over the other one because it's behind a layer, so we can be a little messy with it. Then we cut the steam hole. That's another thing I can do with the pro version of Live2D. I can actually add an animation for steam whistling out of the cylinders, I think, which is very exciting. Just add a little bit of pizzazz to my model. It'll be very cool. I'm excited. Of course, I'm gonna have to watch some tutorials on how to do animations in Live2D because I've never done it before. That would be slick, indeed. It's gonna. I'm so pumped. Things are really looking up for me, and I'm excited. Um, on the subject of things looking up, I think I'm going to go ahead and start work on my next game dev project this week. I haven't signed a contract yet, so there's no guarantee it'll actually get off the ground. But I figure, even if I don't have a studio/publisher, I can still get something out there. My dream Live 2D would be Dribbly, but I can't imagine how much work that would be. Let's think about this for a second. Hang on. We're gonna go to the sketch layer real quick. Oh, no. Sketch layer. Sketch layer. Up here. We'd have a surface here. Say, like, your elbow or whatever. We would have another layer that could warp like this. And then a third layer for the actual dribble. And then we could have color masks for, like, when these are overlapping, we can mask out the color here so that they connect together. And with the help of some free transform, we could have it look pretty good, I think. Now doing that for a lot of dribbliness would be quite the ordeal, but I could have 2 or 3 drips in there. I think it'd be very neat. Immediately so cool. Yeah, is that exciting? Now, I will say, if you ever get a professional Live 2D model done, that falls under the territory of extra details, quote unquote, and they will upcharge you for that pretty drastically. As it stands, I really have no room to charge for the rather mediocre quality of my work, so you don't have to worry about that. Alright, let's see. Now we need to do the piston caps. The piston caps go above the shaft and the base. So we're gonna put them... We're gonna put piston cap R, I think back here. Piston cap R. Actually, we're gonna put them together and we'll resort them in Live 2D. So as a matter of fact, they're actually gonna go up front for now. Make 2 folders, piston cap R and piston cap F. Alrighty. Make some new layers. We'll start with piston cap R. Since it's in the back, it's a little easier. This one's perspective, it's angled back a little bit, so we will do like this. Okay. That looks a little funky, so we'll tweak that some. I think that's good. And then for piston cap F, I know the line art is really confusing right now because none of it's colored. I plan on doing that later. hence my sort of, wait a minute, did I? No, everything's good. Everything's good. I just had to check on something. Now it's time for piston cap F. Piston cap F is leaned a little forward, so we're going to match this curve down here. We can actually do that in a bit of a clever way, if I'm feeling particularly clever today. We can take that and then drag it. Whoop, nope, drag the... Why would you drag that? Drag this up here. And then we can simply hide that ruler. Maybe adjust this layer's position a little bit. Why is there... get out of there. Okay, good. I like that positioning. We'll extend it out to the side a little bit and then raise it up. Here we'll just follow the guide, which makes it a little easier. Sometimes I see people, and I think it's, well, how do I say this in a way that's like, it's surprising to me, because me personally, I wouldn't go in for that sort of thing, but people seem to like it decently enough. And I think there's something to be said about a nice, relaxing environment with, why are we dropping frames? Are we still here? I don't know. This is frustrating. I want to say this doesn't normally happen. And to be fair, it's been quite good for a while. Yeah, my internet's just out at the moment. That's exciting. Are we back? Basement. Yeah. I don't know if we're back. Hang on. Frames tripping down the stairs. Don't say that. I tripped down the stairs just like yesterday. What is going on? Oh, are we back? I think we might be back. Ay, ay, ay. Yes, we're back. We're back. Okay. Everything is hunky-dory. We didn't just drop 7 Yeah, 7,000 frames. That is to say, what, 100 seconds or nearly 2 minutes? Goodness gravy. Sorry about that, folks. I tried to send a message apologizing, and even that couldn't send because my internet was totally and entirely out. But we are back now, so... Anyways, it's funny you mentioned tripping down the stairs. I actually did trip down the basement stairs just yesterday, I think. And, I've got a big dent in my leg, right below the knee. Right about here. Little bucket. Do not sip. Alrighty. Onwards and upwards, shall we? What's next? We need to do the arms. So let's go down here to the arms folder. Whoa, too many folders. Drag these in. This will be arm L. This will be arm R. And just as a reminder, this is all mirrored because we're talking in terms of the character's proportions and directions. It's kind of like stage left, stage right. No! No, I'm alright. It's just a minor dent. I didn't hit my head or anything, so... I consider myself pretty fortunate. Alrighty. Arms, yes. We'll start with the right arm. It seems easier. Can you read that? Read what? The no? No! What can I read? Just get this nice little curve properly. Alright, and our bitrate is holding up at around 3 Mbps, which is what I would like. You know, Twitch recommends streaming. You said do not sip. Oh, yeah. That's what the note says. Yeah, I can read it. Okay, and I've got to go behind here. Yeah, no, when you mouse over the emoji, it gives you the full res version. I think like 112px. So it's legible. Now we just gotta connect this curve up properly. Very nice. It's a shame Barlow's not here, though. She's one of my biggest supporters, and by which I mean, uh, she heckles me like Statler and Waldorf. It doesn't for me. I must investigate. That's peculiar. I don't know why that would be. Hang on. Let me do something real quick. But okay, great. Took care of that little side task. Now back to drawing this line art. I like to get the line art done first and then do all the coloring. I don't think it's necessarily the best way to do things, but retooling always takes me a little while. And this makes it somewhat easier. Now, I don't know if I want to do any shading for the parts. Let's see if I can pull up an image of my very old, like 6-year-old model here. Oh, speaking of which, we're missing a very special guest. Rat with the sauce. Come out here, Rat with the sauce. You can go above the overlay. Yeah. Woohoo! Rat with the sauce. But right, I was doing something. Let me see if I can't find this image. Desktop. Ah, she's big! She's so high resolution! Oh my goodness gracious! Yikes! There she is. The very, very old model now. Again, like 6 years old. But I did some shading on it, and I think I might do that again, because I did like it. And it wasn't super intrusive on the live 2D end. So I think it might spice things up a little. I definitely want to do hair shadows. Because right now the hair looks very flat, and I want to do some hair shine too. Definitely gonna improve on the hair. Additionally, I don't know how I'm gonna do these cheek plates, if you can see those. I think they need to be, I don't know. First of all, I think I'm drawing at too low resolution. This is at 4096, which seems like a lot, but when you realize how pixelated it is in live 2D, you realize it could be much higher, and you wouldn't, it wouldn't really be to your detriment. Oof. Okay. Right, line art. Yes, yes, yes. That's what we are doing. this line in. It needs to be a little rounder than it was in the sketch, I think. But yeah, the fact that you can zoom in and see pixels means this probably isn't high enough resolution, which is crazy, right? 4096 is way higher resolution than I would regularly work in. I work in like 1024 or 2048p usually. When I'm doing screen size stuff like landscapes, I'll do the 16:9 format and do 1920x1080. But that's kind of like the highest I'll go. This resolution is quite foreign to me. I like being able to work with the individual pixels. I wouldn't call it pixel art by any stretch, obviously, but I don't know, it feels more granular, the control I have over everything. I want to talk about how perfectly I traced that line just now, by the way. Not to toot my own horn, but toot toot. We're also going to soften up this line here. More soft lines. I want her to be round, nice and round. Hey, that line's a little wacky. Wonky wacky. That's better. Always an accomplishment, yeah. I will say, either my delay to get your chat messages or my stream delay is quite high. On my end, it is buffering, which is not a good sign. Ay, ay, ay. What can you do? What can you do? C'est la vie. I think the next thing I want to do in terms of upgrades, my CPU needs one, but I think my internet needs one more direly. Now, I am considering out of character talk here for a second. I'm considering moving. Ladder might be possible. Let me reset my delay. Okay. I'm considering moving this is not. This is supposed to be down here. What the hell? Anyways. Oh yeah, welcome to the future, me. Wow, welcome. I might, assuming that my dialing is amenable to it, I might move to Tallahassee. It'd be a sort of big move, and I don't know, a lot of things would change. We still gotta talk it over. There are some concerns he has. would say one of those concerns, but I'm not sure it's too much appropriate. So, take from that what you will, I suppose. I guess it's up to interpretation. This line a little more smoothed out than it was in the past. By the way, in case anyone is curious, my understanding is that the old Minecraft music is not copyright free, but you know what I mean, royalty free. That's what I'll say. Take that with a grain of salt. That's just what I've heard, so don't quote me on it. But huge, if true. Granted, legality has not so far stopped me from using any music. I really need to put together a royalty-free playlist. I've just been lazy about it. Let me add that to my docket of things to do. Here we are. What just happened? Why? Expression color? No. There we go. It's like, why did the line art suddenly get so crispy? That's weird. It actually doesn't look horrible, but... I like my lines soft, but not too soft. Alrighty. Almost done with this arm. And then I'm gonna berate myself for being foolish and split it up into several pieces because I forgot. Not really sure how I'm gonna do that. Probably have it hinge here at the elbow, obviously, I guess, but. Okay, the hand will also be on a separate layer, because again, I don't have to worry about part limits anymore with the Pro version. So, real quick, let us separate this. We'll combine these into upper arms. Rename this to upper arm L and this to upper arm R. I set that backwards, don't worry about it. Then we carefully split off this bit here. And everything beneath it. Okay, so cut that. Make a new folder called whoops, lower arms. And we'll go ahead and make another one called hands. Come on, get the sorting right, please. Okay. And then we will paste this here, put it into lower arm R. Now we just need to touch some stuff up a little. There we go. Now that should be able to hinge, which is great. And we will draw the hand now as well. We'll go ahead and make lower arm L. And then hand R. And L. Some layers. Okay, how are we gonna do this? I think we'll have the fingers just extend up a ways. There's the thumb base. Honestly, maybe the fingers should all be separate, but that'd be overkill, I think. It would be cute to have the thumb moving separate. No one's ever gonna see it. I do bust up. The only reason my arms are even visible is because people engage more with the stream if they can watch my boobs jiggle. Snippy. It's important to know what grabs attention and what doesn't. Oh, I saw... I can't remember what her Twitch username is, but I saw this streamer, and she just had a gorgeous model. It was so cute. And it gave me hella gender envy. It was crazy. On the topic of sex appeal, that is. There we are. Okay, we'll have a little hint of extra fingertips here. So it adds a little. That's that arm done. One step closer. Lily, this takes so much work. It is such an ordeal. I feel myself getting so drained. But I've got to persevere. Oh, sad. Okay, let's work on the left arm now. Okay. Let's get this pauldron going. Alright. I've thought a little bit about rescheduling my streams. Currently it's every day at what is it? I think 9 Universal Standard Time, 9 p.m. But I was thinking about moving it down to maybe like gosh, I don't know, like wow, I cannot think right now. 4 UTC. I don't know. I should run a poll on my Discord or something. Big yawn. Oh, right. This needs to go all the way around. I almost screwed up big time there. Gosh. Why is that 2 separate messages? Oh gosh, thank you, Lily. Give me a second while I fix that. I bet it's because I put a new line. Yep, that's what it is. Here we go. Does that link still works, right? Yeah, okay. Just checking. Okay. Back to... I keep getting distracted. I'm so distractible. I gotta focus and persevere. I gotta. Yeah, I don't like the current overlay for the stream though. In fact, you know what? It's honestly, I think, nicer without it. Mm. Where's the overlay mitt? There it is. There we go. Nice and minimalist. I'll work on something a little more low contrast later. I don't know why I'm so sleepy. I slept 14 hours last night. Alrighty. I think I'm gonna have it hinge below here. Whoa. Yeah. A lot of sleep. Oh, my freaking... My connection is so bad today. The world is trying to tell me not to stream, and I'm not gonna listen! But I am gonna keep yawning. Sorry about that. I might start muting to yawn. Because I don't want to spread it like a freaking contagion. Whoa, whoops. No, no. I'm so freaking frustrated. Why is the internet doing that? Also, welcome to the Discord, Lily. It's so nice to have you. Okay, I thought it's upper arm L. Oh, let's do lower arm L. Goodness gracious. Oh, come on. Okay. There we arm. Am I right? Jesus. I wonder how I'm gonna animate the arms. I don't know, because I could add physics so they sort of swing around when I move. If that wouldn't look weird, I don't know really. I will tell you this though. I love this model, or this design for 41. It is a nightmare to rig and such with all the moving parts. Just a disaster. Stop yawning, Sky! Stop it! Ah, yes, my favorite part of any song. The gravel noises. We're getting there. We're so close to being done, I swear. I like to think we'll get all the art done today and maybe start the rigging tomorrow. I don't really know. Trying to suppress my yawns. Good. What? No, okay. Oh, okay. CSP just froze for a second, not a big deal. I'm so sorry. I don't know why this wave of eepiness has crashed over me. Rendering all the internals is going to be... It's going to be a lot. No, Lele, you don't have pupils, do you? Do you have, like, irises? You do not. Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, well... It depends why you're asking. The reason I'm asking is because it might be a little hard to telegraph where you're looking with a Live 2D model when you don't have, like, eyes that can do so for you. So you might have to be even more animated than I am with, like, directly turning your head to look at whatever you want to. Otherwise people won't really know. Ah, shoot. Why this one? Why is this line so hard to get right? For the sake of a Live 2D model, there is an indication. It wasn't my intention for the character design, but so many artists have done it because they're trained to pay attention to where their subjects are looking. Yeah. You should have permission to DM me on Discord, if you're in the server. So if you feel like sending some reference material over, it would surely be helpful. But do so at your own leisure, obviously. There's a yellow radial gradient that gets darker outside the iris point, so it's not just separate or defined. But you can see it on art, so you can tell where I'm looking. Ah, I see, okay. I can do that. In fact, it shouldn't be too different from how eyes normally work, except instead of having like a single iris layer on a sclera mask, I would have like a much wider area on a mask. It wouldn't be very different. Ah, okay. I see. You can even see it kind of in that emote. Yeah. Well, that one is defined. Yeah, right, but I can have it be more gradual. And L. Bop, bop. I'd like it not to. The idea is there's no defined iris. I got you, Queen. I can do that. I'll pull some refs. Okay. There we are. You also have a refuel redeem. Yeah, I saw yours earlier and I was like, whoa! I believe it might serve the same purpose as yours, actually. I should see what actually. Yeah, yeah. I really need to buy myself, like, some energy drinks in bulk. It's a bad idea, typically. But, sometimes later in the night, I sort of depend on caffeine to stay moving. I've got some Wiggles hands around issues. But yeah, I think having something to energize me when I'm later in the evening would be helpful. Although moving my streams to earlier in the day would also help with that, because I'd be less tired out by the time I got to my stream. Granted, everything that comes after, I'll be exhausted, but you know, it's, what is it? What's the phrase? 6 one way and half a dozen the other? I don't know. Okay. I forgot some lines on the torso. Jesus Christ, I forgot the collarbone, I forgot the core, and then I have to do the face, and... oh. Okay. Where's the torso? Here we are. Fine. There we are. I need to move that down some. That looks a little more natural. Okay. The core now. Let's work on the core. It goes between the booba and the torso. We have a little bit of wiggle room here, so we'll put it up here. And then we'll make another folder for core branches, because we're going to animate the little branches coming off the potato. It'll be so cute! I can't wait to see this thing moving. I'm so full of anticipation. Let's see here for line. We lost connection for a moment there again. Why is my internet so bad today? Goody. Hey. Now we turn off symmetry mode. Got some moss in there. And a lumpy potato. Lumpy potato. And let's draw the roots. Oh, freezing again. Thank you, Clip Studio. Jeez. I don't know why it's been doing that, but it does remind me that I need to save. You know what they say about saving. Okay. Now for the little core branches. L, branch R, Did we lose connection again? Does it happen every time you open a door or touch your keyboard? I don't think so. Or do it every time. Oh, I just don't know what they say about saving. Okay, Huh. I don't know what they say about saving either. I just know they say something. There's that core branch done. Now for this one. Okay, that's the core branches done. On to the throat. Neck. A little fun fact, the pistons on my neck actually work. I'm quite proud of that fact. But I can lean my head and they go up and down. I might actually make it more dramatic on the new one, because I feel like it could have a little more oomph. Also, ignore the face she's making. That's so cute. I thought so too. I'm quite proud of that. I think more models should have cute little quirks that set them apart. Like, say, oil dripping. I don't know. There's a sea of us out there. Even just VTubers, not to mention streamers. And, finding ways to be unique is important, I think. Even if you're not looking to gather an audience. Our individuality is important. Hang on. Scoop up. Scoop up. Beep. Boop. There we go. Oh, I just spaced out for a second. Sorry. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. I saw somebody had a really cool feature where whenever their model lost tracking, it would add a little like loading bar and say like, oh, .exe has stopped working, and I thought that was really cute. I want to learn how to do that. I have an idea for a hack that could make it work, but I hope that there's a a proper way, I'll say. The way that I could see you hacking it to work is setting a parameter that doesn't link to any parameters, and then manually setting its value to something other than like whatever 0, and then the 0 value has that thing appear, so that when your model snaps back to its default, and have we lost connection again? Or whatever the gosh darn it. Are we alive? Whenever their model lost tracking, it display a little not or connection lost. Pop up. I love my internet. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I love my internet. Internet. I love my internet. It's very good. Very good internet. Very good internet. Very, very, very good. Ugh. So cute, yes, I think. I don't know. I think we're back now. I think we're back. I don't know. It jeez. This is so frustrating. I forgot to ink in this thing right here. So over the shoulder we should have a shoulder decal. Okay, we're back. We're back. I don't know what's going on today. Maybe I should be glad Barlow's not here because she'd be making fun of me for my bad internet. Alright. Why is the music not started back up again? Okay, music is a no-go, I guess. But our connection's fine, so I can't complain. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. There we go, music! we are. Okay, now for the head. I'm so sleepy, sleepy. Okay, so my understanding for the traditional like head look where the outline can change, I need 3 layers: a head mask, a head line, head color, yeah, and then optional shading. I forgot some line art for the neck. Although, honestly, I think I like having it solid better. Now let's do... subfolder called Throat Pistons. Let's be down here. Oh shit, the collar needs to be on a separate layer so the pistons can pass under it. Alright. So we gotta separate that out. Lasso. Missed a spot. Okay. Scoop. Put that in here. And then the neck should... extend through there. Then have... okay. Those are the shafts for the throat pistons. A little less angled than they were before. I think it'll be a nice change. Throat piston L. Throat piston R. We're actually going to delete one of these folders because we're just going to copy it later. Fine. Okay. Actually, I think instead of having a little nub move up and down, I think I want it to be a larger piston shaft. Hang on. Chair is being funky. Also, sorry for the chair squeakiness. I ordered some silicone spray, but until I get it, it's a problem we're gonna have to live with. Anyways, yeah, we'll draw that all the way down there. Okay. Here. Well, I just started an FTL run when I joined stream, and I just lost it on the last phase of the final boss. Oh god. I've had that happen to me, and it's the most frustrating thing in the world. The final phase is, like, so hard. Okay. That's the throat done. For real now! And we're gonna hide it briefly, because I want to work on the head without having any... Ah, shoot, I just realized something. The shoulder decal is mirrored. Let's make it bigger as a sentiment I can usually get behind. Yeah? Is that so? We had a whole ordeal with that, over 41's frickin' booba. Chat was obsessed with the idea of making them bigger. They're already so big! But, I don't know, I wanted to maintain this heart shape, and I could not make them much bigger while still... I don't know. It was... My chat's a little silly. It is. I was playing on easy too. Oh gosh, that's so frustrating. I think I usually play it on easy because normal mode, you should be able to win a game sometimes. That's part of the fun of a game, is occasionally winning. Like, okay. No. Chat is a wild place. Indeed it is. My viewership varies wildly. Sometimes I get like 10 plus viewers on a stream, and sometimes we have days like today where it's just, quite quiet. And speaking of which, I greatly appreciate your presence, Lila. It is so nice having someone to talk to. Okay, let me do this head. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with the cheek plates. I just don't know. Stop dallying. Quite the angular jaw you got there, lady. There we are. Okay. Massive cranium. Okay. A little bit square, but that's alright. It keeps it out of the way of important stuff. In fact, bigger. No! No bigger! Some people do complete heads. I don't know, I think this might be easier to work with. Is all. Okay. I really want to get this line art done today. So I'm gonna keep trucking. Head. Let's do the ears. Ear L. Oh, right, we have to make layers actually. Alrighty. That's good for the ears. We'll go ahead and steal this one. Ear R. And then turn off symmetry because we have some work to do. Some subtle differences between ears. For example, this one has some spots. And a little clip with some cables. I love this song. I think this is Alpha from Minecraft Volume Beta. Never used in game, but one of C418's best works in my opinion. At least I think it's not used in game. A lot of his music ended up not being used in game, funnily enough, which I think is a crime. Okay, now as for ear R, we've got the earrings, which are a pain in the neck. Pain in the neck. You can see on this model they don't move, but they're supposed to. They're supposed to jingle jingle. Do they jingle jingle? Song making me eepy? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the music making me eepy. Hang on. We'll listen to Alpha and then we'll switch to some more upbeat stuff for a little bit. Earrings F. Earrings R. Two folders, earring F, L, and earring F, R. 2 layers in each. Okay, front right is over here. Front left is over here. Oh, Blank, hello! Did we just lose connection as soon as Blank got here? I don't know. But hi, Blank. How are you doing today? Combine those into a folder called earring R. I'm here? Well, thank you for being here, Blank. Nojimo says, Sky, please look in DMs, sent you something important, okay? Wow! It's a little guy! It's a little mouse eating cheese! Also, it's Virgil! Hiya, Virgil! We're working more on the model today, everyone. And also, just a friendly reminder, News at 41 is going to be on Saturday, August 15th at, 9 p.m. UTC. You can do exclamation point news in chat if you want more information. Gotta plug that as much as possible, because so far, it's only been like a day, but we haven't gotten any news submissions. And I'm impatient, gosh darn it! Anyways, earring R, and then we'll duplicate that for earring RL. So we just swoop up like that. And then for here, we can do swoop up like that. Also, I'm almost at 5K. The Nojo Tato will soon be real. Be afraid. I am afraid. I'm trembling in my friggin' boots. Hang on. Wait a minute. I have to do a bit. Where are they? Look how scared I am. Anyways. Oh, that earring looks bad. Jesus Christ. Hang on. That's front left, so we're gonna clear that out. The news form is only titles, footnotes, and image? Yep, so you upload the title of the news story, any notes you want for the anchor or for the correspondence, and the image that you want to go on the background. The news headline or the title will be read out live on stream, and then correspondents will be given the option to post messages in chat, or rather, I should rephrase that. Chatters will have the option to post messages in chat for the correspondent to read. So, for example, if the headline is Guinea Pigs, A New Power Revolution, I would read out the title, connect to the virtual correspondent, and I would start asking questions like, detractors of the guinea pig power movement are saying that it's inhumane, and that guinea pigs shouldn't be forced to run on happy little tiny wheels to generate their power. Do you have any comments on this? And a chatter might say, like, oh, actually the guinea pigs really like it, so it's not inhumane at all. And then I would have that read out on chat or on stream. And it gives people the opportunity to chip in and contribute to the news story. I think it'll be really fun. We'll have to let it pan out and see. But I think it'll be entertaining. It's my first time doing something with that much chat interaction, and I invented the concept myself. So it maybe could use some workshopping. Saying it out loud, it feels a little boring, but I think it'll be really fun. Scoop. That part goes into earring RL. Now the earrings are done. I suppose we work on hair next. You can see the hair is a little different from how it is in the current model, but this is a return to form with the classic 41 hairstyle. So I think it'll be nice. Anyways, let's see here. Next up is hair. Bangs. We'll make some subfolders. Bangs 1. Bangs 2. And bangs 3. And bangs 4. We'll start with bangs 1. It's the little one over here. Let me change the text that news command gives so it's a little more clear. I know I keep getting distracted, but... I'm getting distracted. Anyways, pardon me. Back to what we were doing, shall we? So that's bangs 1. Bangs 2 is more of the same. That's bangs 2. Now for bangs 3. Bangs 3 is a simple little thing. It just goes in the middle here. Alright, and then bangs 4. Oh, what an ordeal this is. So much line work to do. People who don't pop into the stream very often are gonna think that I only draw one thing and it's 41, and that's not true. It's just lately I've been trying to get this done, and It occupies a lot of time making a live 2D model. I swear I do other art. I draw, like, sandwiches and robots and things. No, I mean other things than robots. Shit. Alright, that's the bangs done. Now for the side foofy hair. I haven't seen it. Side hair foofies. I draw robots. No! I draw other things than robots. I swear I do. Side hair. Side hair F R. Actually, we're gonna do FL first. There's more of it uncovered. Alrighty. Then we can copy that over like this. So, snip, snip. What I meant was snip, snip. There we go. Transform, flip horizontal. There we go. Now we got two little side hair foofies. Okay. Now for side hair R. This is side hair RL. Get to work on the lines. I so bad want to spoil some little minor things that will hopefully be changing on stream. However, I think it's better if they're a surprise. So hard not to tell secrets when you're looking for things to talk about. You just keep thinking, like, don't think of the pink elephant. Don't think of the pink elephant. Hair right, rear right. Mm-hmm. We're gonna hide all the layers briefly. Wow, there are a lot. Because we need to work on hair. Or specifically the rear hair. Back hair. The hair on the back of the model. In my TTRPG last night, my game master planned a 2-hour boss fight. We killed him in 2 turns, and he was like, Awkward. Okay, we're almost there. I just gotta keep trucking. Keep on trucking. How did you kill them in 2 turns, by the way? Did everybody just score like crazy hits or whatever? Also, out of curiosity, what TTRPG do you play? Ooh, is it Lancer? Lancer's cool. For anyone who hasn't seen Lancer, I highly recommend it. It's a TTRPG about space robots. Very, very cool. Oh, and we lost connection again. Gosh, darn it. Are we back? No. Oh, I'm gonna blow a gasket if this keeps happening. It was an invisible, flying, immortal lich alien mummy. I did get a crazy wild crit on it that took out like a quarter of its health. Our melee fighter was very angrily waiting on the ground for something to do underneath him. Then our psyker caused the lich to lose concentration on his spells, and he fell to the ground into the waiting arms of our melee friend. It was an ability that lets him attack twice. Anyone who enters melee range, and he had the anti-lich weapon, which he also crit on. And then it was also his turn after that. Absolute perfection. Incredible. I love it. By the way, learning the symmetry shortcuts on Clip Studio has been an absolute game changer for me. I used to, every time I wanted to turn symmetry on and off, I would go over here to the layer view and manually trigger the ruler settings. It was such a friggin' hassle. We're playing Deadlands Lost Colony, which is a fantasy sci-fi Old West future dystopia game. That sounds cool. Fantasy sci-fi Old West future. Fantasy sci-fi Old West future. I'm trying to connect all of those words together in my mind. There's a lot of them. I forgot about the little ahoges. The party is a zombie possessed by a demon, the divine avatar of a planet, an alien lizard the size of a hippo, a cyborg, a bald psychic Russian lady, and a guy who thinks it's 1886! Just a regular guy. Everybody who I've heard the name Lancer, but I'm not familiar with it. Oh, it's so cool. I haven't gotten the chance to play it because the materials are a little expensive. But like the lore and mechanics are really neat. Okay, that hair is done. Now I just need to do the little ahoges before I forget. R and a Hoge L. He's just a guy. He's just a guy. Not only is he just a guy who thinks it's 1886, but he's a guy who looks at the hippo alien lizard, divine avatar, zombie, and psychic Russian lady and goes, "Yep, this looks like typical 1886 to me." I want to stress, we're gonna be on spaceships in space shooting laser guns. I want the horse riding skill. Oh man, that's awesome. I love Just a Guy. He's my favorite character now. I love my game group. They sound awesome. Okay. Now with that done, it's time for the face. I'm rubbing my temple right now. Gosh, I so badly want to get like a mocap set up like Code Miko. It would be so cool. I just really badly want a 3D model of 41. I commissioned one, but the person I commissioned is very busy, and she let me know that beforehand. And I was like, "Oh, it's fine." And she's been too busy. So but that's okay. Bum 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 bum. Okay. I'm gonna put the face down here. In this folder, face. We'll start with the glasses, perhaps, because they're easy. Bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Why Sag? Why Sag? Is your modeler is too busy? Ah, I see. I forget what I say sometimes. I forgot I was talking about that. Yeah, no, it's okay. She's a very busy lady. She's got like school and stuff. I can't really afford to commission anyone else, so I've kind of sat on it. I am recently unemployed, which is not the greatest. Granted, I've had so much time on my hands, maybe I could just learn how to model, and it wouldn't be very good, but it would be something. Okay, now let's make eyes. Stop doing that. There we go. Eyes. We'll start with the right eye. Why not? Now, I really like the way my eyes blinking works, but I also... I don't know, I want to innovate on it some. And I want my eyes to be able to open and close just a little bit, like when I squint and, like raise my eyebrows. I think I could tie it to eyebrow movement. That'd be neat. Right. The eyelash. I'm losing track. We've been going for 2.5 hours. Not bad for an art stream. But I shall continue, because I'm made of tougher stuff. You can do that? I guess that makes sense you can. I've never messed with Live 2D. Yeah, you can do just about anything. I could tie my, I could tie my eye movement to, like, my hair physics. Like, I could do whatever. Speaking of which, though, that means these eyes need to be further open if I want to be able to widen them. So, they need to be, like, as wide open as I want them to be. Which is to say, quite wide. I was watching a live TDA tutorial, and the rigger's eyes were so cute. The pupils were all like, or the irises were all like squishy and soft. And so when she like opened her eyes, it'd go like whoop whoop, and I don't know. It sounds really weird to describe, but it was really cute. Okay. Oh. Stardew Valley, yeah! I got some Stardew Valley music in here. Okay, what next? I need a layer for the eyelid. I ate too much to do chores. Oh no. I need to label all these, by the way, because otherwise I'm going to lose track. Okay. Get my palette here. We're going to add a color to it. We're going to add this very dark green. Why is that transparent? I don't know. That green ain't dark enough, as a matter of fact. That's more like it. So, like, I can demonstrate. When the eye is open, it would look sort of like usual. But when it was closed, it would look like this. I think I could do that. I think I could do that. Big wide open eyes, staring right into your soul. Actually, let me go back. I want to tweak the lashes a little bit more. I don't like the way they look. They're not pointy enough. I totally forgot we were going to put on more upbeat music, but I guess this works. Renaming everything to use the correct naming scheme. What did I tap that did that? I don't know. I just pressed a bunch of buttons. I hope I didn't change something. That really is a piercing stare with the eyes wide open like that. We're gonna hide those for now. I like the calmer, more, you know. I know how to do it. I know how to do the eye effect. Hang on. I need to make a mask for the eyes, for the irises. So we're gonna duplicate this layer and call it Iris Mask L. Same for down here. Iris Mask R. And then I can fool around with that and get the thingy things working. It'll be great. Let's do cheeks. Well, first let's do blush. Actually, we're just gonna leave that empty for now. Cheeks. We're gonna make 2 subfolders, one for now. Having a good time, but I think I must do a lie down. That is okay. Thank you so much for coming, Lily. It was really nice talking to you. And my connection dropped again. Have a good weekend in stream. Thank you so much, Lele. Have a good one. And enjoy your EP. Ah, thank you so much, Lele. Oh my gosh, that is so nice of you. Thank you so much for subscribing with Prime. Alrighty. Cheeks. We have a subfolder. We'll call it cheek R. Alright. And then we'll make cheek studs R. And this should be fairly simple. We just shoop, shoop. That's all. And then we do blush R. Brush density, we'll change that to like 25. We'll increase the brush size by a little. There we go. Okay. That's the cheeks done. Let's do the nose. The nose should be simple. 9. Line. Nose mask. And nose blush. Nose blush is an easy thing to start with. We just do a little bit of like so. For the shine. For the line... Well, we can't do the line yet. We need to do the mask first. Alrighty. Now we can do the line. It is just as simple as swoop. Let's do the brows next, because why not? The brows will not go in the face, however, because I like them to float over the hair so you can see them. We're gonna put them over everything, I suppose. Or, oh wait, I forgot to do something important. We only have cheek right now. This is cheek L. Cheek studs L. Blush L. There we go. Now for brows. Yeah, brow right. Line. I'm actually getting ahead of myself copying stuff over because it's got no color in it. The cheek studs, those are a simple fix because there's not a lot of color to add, actually. It's just a matter of, There we go. And for over here as well. Nice. And then back to brows. Okay. Rename this to brow L. And I think... Oh, the mouth. The mouth. The mouth is a whole ordeal. Oh, and the blush. Can't forget the blush. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, now now for the mouth. We start with the mouth as wide open as it can possibly be. That is to say, probably about that wide. Move that up a little bit. Upper teeth. Ah. Yeah. Ooh. My liner was too thin, I suppose, and the color sort of leaked through. Okay. Now for lower teeth. Hang on. I gotta do this better. I can't be lazy. Oh, oops. Okay. And then honestly, hang on, I'm gonna start over. Just gonna have flat teeth. What's going on? The lower teeth need to match that so that I can grin, because I can't grin right now, see? Yeah. we go. Now I can grin. And my tongue. Now, do I want to be able to stick my tongue out? Blah. I can't right now. Blah. It would be kind of cool though. All the good models do it, or so I've been told. No, that sounds like way too much work for little old me. Maybe one day I'll get a model that can do that. Okay. Lower lip. And we'll duplicate that for the upper lip. Alrighty. Funny looking. Okay. Look at this funny looking face. Jeez, it's so goofy. Anyways. I think that just about does it for today. We've been going for 3 hours anyways, so... We got all the line art done, except for the internals. I'll try and get those done off stream. And then next time we can maybe color stuff in or do live 2D. It'll be great. Well, I thank you all very much for coming. I had a lovely time. It was a pleasure. I love you all parasocially. Stay safe, stay warm, stay dry. Have a good night, and goodbye.